Okay. So today we'll be starting with Unit 3 that basically deals with the functions and relations, sequences. Okay, these are the important topics which we'll be discussing in Unit 3. Before we start with this new unit today, now if I'm not wrong, some days back in the group there was some notice that from 20th of this month your tests are going to start, right?
Yes, sir.
So I I think it will be in online mode only. So the syllabus for the test for unit maths will be Unit 1 and Unit 2. Okay, you will be having Unit 1 and Unit 2. It will be somewhere of 20 marks ka quiz, and one assignment also I have uploaded in the Teams. But that assignment contains questions not only from Unit 1 and 2, but it contains from Unit 3 and Unit 4 also. So जितना सम्स अभी तक अपना कवर हुआ है, जो टॉपिक्स अपना कवर हुआ है वो सम्स यू कैन सॉल्व इट एंड कीप अदर्स एज एंड व्हेन द टॉपिक गेट्स डन यू कैन स्टार्ट. उसका सबमिशन का डेट इज इन द मंथ ऑफ डिसम्बर, सो यू हैव एम्पल ऑफ टाइम फॉर दैट टू सबमिट दैट असाइनमेंट. Okay, so you can solve the sums जिस जो अभी तक अपना हो गया टॉपिक्स, रेस्ट यू कैन सॉल्व एज एंड व्हेन दे आर डन. Okay, because that contains around 10 to 12 questions if I'm not wrong, and it is spread over I think all the four units, unit 1 2 3 4. So unit 2 तक अपना हो गया है, 3 we will be starting today. So you can start solving the sums. And again I repeat, the syllabus for the test which will be starting from your 20th of November, the syllabus will be unit 1 and unit 2. Whatever topics we have covered in unit 1 and unit 2, they will be there for your test. Okay. Okay. So now today we will be starting with unit 3. So unit 3 basically consists of the sequences, induction, recurrence relation, and functions. These are some main topics which we will be there for your unit 3. So today we will be first starting with functions, and after discussing about the functions, then we will go to the part of your sequences and induction. Okay. So the basic definition of a function. What is a function? Basically, function is nothing but a relation. In simple words, formal definition we will discuss it. Function is nothing but a relation in which the elements of the two sets x and y are related to each other. This is what is the basic definition of a function. What does the formal definition says? The formal definition says x and y are two non-empty sets. A function f from x to y, a function f from x to y is a rule of correspondence which assigns to each element small x of capital X a unique element small y of capital Y. Again, I repeat the function ka definition. Function f from x to y is a rule of correspondence which assigns to each element small x of capital X a unique element small y of capital Y. So rule of correspondence basically means it tells us that it gives us the relation how the two elements are related to each other. An element small x of capital X and element y of capital Y. And another important thing, it says it assigns each element of x. That means every element of x will be assigned to a unique element of capital Y. Okay, that uniqueness is very important. Notation, we write it as f colon x arrow y. Okay, this is the notation f colon x arrow y. How do we read it? We read it as f is a function from x to y. When you say f is a function from x to y, x is said to be the domain of the function, y is said to be the codomain of the function. Okay, x is said to be the domain of the function and y is said to be the codomain of the function. Again, I repeat, notation wise, how do we write it as f colon x right arrow y? How do we read it? We read it as f is a function from x to y. When you say f is a function from x to y, x is said to be the domain of the function and y is said to be the codomain of the function. If small x maps onto y under f, that means under the function f, your small x is going to small y. Then we write it as y is equal to f of x. These are the notations which we have to remember. Okay, if x maps onto y under f, we write it as y is equal to f of x. How do we read it as? We read it as y is the image of x under f and x is called the pre-image of y under f. So remember, when you write y equals to f of x, y equals to f of x, y is said to be the image of x and x is said to be the pre-image of y. Okay, x is said to be the pre-image of y. To understand this, you can take the examples of your derivatives and integration. Sin x का डेरिवेटिव क्या होता है? Sin x का डेरिवेटिव होता है cos x और cos x का इंटीग्रेशन होता है sin x. So this relation which you have between your differentiation and integration is similar to what we have here. When you have the relation y is equals to f of x, y is said to be the image of x under f and x is said to be the pre-image of y. Remember, these terminologies are very important. Okay, again I repeat, what is a function? A function f from x to y is a rule of correspondence which assigns to each element small x of capital X a unique element small y of capital Y. That means every element of x, again I repeat, every element of x will be mapped to a unique element in y. That means in terms of your images and pre-images, what it says, every element of capital X will have a unique image in capital Y. Okay? Every element in capital X will have a unique image in capital Y. This is what the definition of the function says. We write it as y equals to f of x. When you write y equals to f of x, y is said to be the y is said to be the image of x and x is said to be the pre-image of y. This is what is the diagrammatical representation of a function. We have two sets x and y. X contains say 4 elements x1, x2, x3, x4. Y contains 5 elements y1, y2, y3, y4 and y5. The arrows basically they are corresponding to कौन सा element किसको मैप हो रहा है. ठीक है, द एरोज करस्पॉन्ड्स टू कौन सा एलिमेंट किसको मैप हो रहा है, लाइक x1 इज गोइंग टू y1, x2 is going to y3, x3 is going to y3, x4 is going to y4. That means in this diagram, with respect to this diagram, what we have, y1 is image of x1. Okay, y1 is image of x1, and what is your x1? x1 is pre-image of y1. Okay, with respect to the notations which we discussed, okay, when you write y equals to f of x, y is said to be the image and x is said to be the pre-image. So in this diagram, what we can see, x1 is going to y1. So we can say y1 is image of x1. At the same time, we can say x1 is pre-image of y1. Okay. Again, with respect to the diagram, can you tell what is image of x4? What is image of x?
Y2.
Y2. Right, y2. Y2 is image of x4. What is pre-image of y3?
X2 and X3.
X2 and x3. Pre-image of y3 is x2 and x3. See, one thing I will have to clear here. The definition says every element of x is assigned to a unique element of y. That means every element in your domain has a unique pre-image in the codomain. Again, I repeat, every element in the domain has a unique pre-image in the codomain. But उसका उल्टा नहीं है कि every element in the codomain should have a unique pre-image. ऐसा नहीं है. You can have an element in the codomain which has two different pre-images, like you can see for your y3. That is perfectly valid. खाली डोमेन का एलिमेंट का दो इमेजेस नहीं हो सकता है. ठीक है, डोमेन का जो एलिमेंट है उसका दो इमेजेस नहीं हो सकता है, बट एक एलिमेंट जो कोडोमेन में है उसका दो प्री इमेजेस हो सकता है. ठीक है, अगेन आई रिपीट, element in the codomain can have two different pre-images, but an element in the domain cannot have two different images. Is this thing clear? Okay, so we go to the next one. This is what the remark: two elements of x can map to one element of y. That is, two different elements can have the same image, but उसका उल्टा true नहीं है. That is, two different elements of y cannot have same pre-image. This is very important. Okay, with respect to the definition of a function. Some of the examples which we take, f is a function from R to R. That is basically, we also term it as a real valued function. Domain and codomain are the set of real numbers. How it is defined? F of x is equal to x square. Okay, f of x is equal to x square. This is how the function is defined. Now, before we proceed, tell me, with respect to this function, what will be f of 0? First example, f is a function from R to R, defined as f of x is equal to x square.
0.
So f of 0 is 0. What will be f of 1?
1.
1.
F of minus 1?
1.
1.
1. Very good. F of 2?
4.
4.
of minus 2,
4.
4. Okay. Now, these are some examples which we have taken for the function f of x equals to x square. Now, with the examples which we have taken, can you tell what is image of minus 2? What is image of minus 2?
4.
4. Very good. What is image of 0?
0.
0. What is pre-image of 1?
-1 and 1.
Minus 1 and 1. That means here it clearly says कि 1 and minus 1 का image, 1 and minus 1 which belongs to the domain, उसका image is 1. That means two elements are going to the same element in your codomain. Right? The example, the diagrammatical representation which we have seen, 1 and minus 1 का image same है. 1 का pre-image is 1 and minus 1. So this is what that remark also tells us. The two different elements of capital X can go to one element of capital Y, but two different elements of capital Y cannot have the same pre-image. That means एक X का element दो element पे नहीं जाएगा capital Y में. That is what basically it says. Second example is we have g of x, which is defined as 1 when x is a rational number, and it is minus 1 when x is an irrational number. Okay? It is x is equal to, sorry, g of x is equal to 1 when x belongs to rational numbers, and it is equal to minus 1 when x belongs to the set of irrational numbers. Okay, this is how the function is defined. Now tell me, what would be your f of 0 in this case? What would be f of 0 in this case? Function is defined as 1 when x is rational, and it is minus 1 when x is irrational. So what will be f of 1? Okay. What will be f of 1?
1.
It is also 1. What will be f of half?
1.
-1.
F of half?
1.
1.
1, because half is rational. What is f of root 4?
1.
1.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is f of root 2?
-1.
Minus 1. Why? Because root 2 is an irrational number. F of pi?
-1.
-1. Again, pi is also an irrational number. So this is how your function is defined in the second example. When your element is a rational number, then you get the image as 1, and when it is irrational, you get the answer as -1. ठीक है? So यहाँ पे the function is defined in this way. Fine. Now tell me, what are the elements in the codomain of your second example?
1 and minus 1.
1 and minus 1. Okay. Fine. So now here you can clearly see कि 0, 1, half ये सबका इमेज 1 है. Square root of 4 का इमेज भी 1 है. Why square root of 4 का इमेज 1 है? Because square root of 4 is nothing but 2 and 2 is a rational number. इसके लिए वो 1 है. Whereas f of root 2 is irrational. इसके लिए उसका आंसर -1 आया. Pi is irrational. इसके लिए उसका आंसर -1 आया. ठीक है. Okay, we go to the third example. Third example is f is a function defined from a to b, and it is defined as f of x is equal to x plus 1. Okay, A is the set containing 5 elements 1 से लेके 5 तक. B is the set containing 6 elements 2 से लेके 7 तक. Okay, now here we have an example where your f domain and codomain are finite sets. Okay, third example में we have domain and codomain to be finite sets. So A is a set containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B is the set containing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. F is a function which is defined from A to B. So A is the domain, B is the codomain. How it is defined? F of x is equal to x plus 1. Okay, f of x is equal to x plus 1. So with this definition, we can clearly see that f of 1 gives us 2, f of 2 gives us 3, f of 4 gives us 5 and f of 5 gives us 6. ये हम लोग ने a का सब एलिमेंट का इमेज बेसिकली फाइंड किया है. ओके, a में 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 है तो उसका सबका इमेजेस हम लोग ने फाइंड किया है. So image of 2 is 3 because f of 2 is 3. तो 2 का इमेज is 3. 5 का इमेज is 6. 2 का प्री इमेज is 1 because f of 1 is 2. 4 का प्री इमेज is 3 because f of 3 is 4. And you can see that there is one element in the codomain, that is 7. There is one element in the codomain, that is 7, जिसका प्री इमेज एग्जिस्ट नहीं होता है क्योंकि उसका प्री इमेज नहीं है. क्यों नहीं है? बिकॉज देयर इज नो एलिमेंट इन द डोमेन which or you can say there is no x in the domain such that f of x is equal to 7. Okay, there is no x in the domain such that f of x is equal to 7. So you can say 7 का प्री इमेज नहीं है. ठीक है. Fourth example is also similar, where we have domain and codomain to be the finite sets. But यहाँ पे क्या है fourth example में कि function is not defined explicitly. जैसे अपना सम नंबर 3 में किया हुआ था कि f of x is x plus 1. Like that, the function is not defined explicitly. So what it says, f is a function from a to b, which is defined as f of 1 is 4, f of 2 is 5, f of 3 is 9, f of 4 is 4, and f of 5 is 10. This is how the function is defined. Again, I repeat, example number 3 and example number 4 में difference क्या है? 3 में your function was defined explicitly. 4 में function is not defined. खाली उसका images and pre-images दिया हुआ है. So you can see कि 4 का pre-image, 4 in the codomain, 4 in the codomain, उसका pre-image is 1 and 4. दो pre-images है. 3 का image is 9, 5 का image is 10, 5 का image is 2. Okay, you have to be very careful when the element appears in the domain and in the codomain. Okay, we come to sum number 5. Again, we have a function f, function f from A to B.
Sir, your voice is
A has
breaking.
some element.
Yes, sir. Your voice is cracking.
एक minute. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I was telling, in the fifth example, again we have a function f from A to B, where A has some 5 elements, B has some 8 elements, and the function is defined. So the way in which the function is defined, it's written f of minus 2 is 1, f of 0 is 4, f of 1 is 6, f of 2 is 6, and f of minus 1 is 3. This is how your function is defined. So can you tell what is pre-image of 8? Can you tell what is pre-image of 8?
There is no pre-image.
Is not in the domain.
There is no pre-image of 8. Okay. What is image of 0?
4.
4. Pre-image of 6?
1.
2.
1 and 2.
1.
1 and 2. Okay.
2.
See, these are also the questions for your multiple choice. Okay, the function may be defined like this, or it may be defined in an explicit manner as it is in the third sum. And the question may be like, say, I'll just scroll up and go to sum number 3. Right, this is my sum number 3. We have the domain, we have the codomain. Function is defined as x plus 1. Question may be, what is pre-image of 5? Okay, pre-image of 5 is dash, and there may be some 4 options. So you should be able to find out कि 5 का pre-image क्या है. Can you tell 5 का pre-image क्या है?
2.
Third sum I am talking. Third sum.
4.
4. क्योंकि f of 4 is 5, so 5 का pre-image is 4. Okay, so this kind of questions can be there for your multiple choice. 1 mark के लिए. Okay, example number 6. A is the set containing 3 elements. B is a set containing 3 elements. F is a function from A to B. It is defined as f of x is equal to 2 and f of y is equal to 1. Okay. In this case, in your sum number 6, it is not a valid function. Why it is not a valid function? Because you have z in the domain. You have z in the domain जिसका image नहीं है codomain में. That means your f of z is not defined. See, you can have some extra elements in the codomain. Okay, you can have some extra elements in the codomain. Extra elements means जिसका pre-image domain में नहीं है. So that is allowed. But you cannot have an element in the domain जिसका image ही नहीं है. Then that will not be a valid function. Okay, is your example number 6 okay? Is in your sum number 6, f is not a function because you have z in the domain जिसका image exist नहीं होता है, so that is why it is not a well defined function. Okay, I'll write down one more example. You tell me whether it's a function or not. Okay, what can you say about sum number 7? Is it a function? Sum
No,
number
sir.
7, is it a well defined function?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Anyone who thinks 7 is not a function?
Yes, sir. It's not a function.
It's not a function, sir.
It is not a function. Why?
Because 1 has 2 pre-images.
One has two images.
One
Yeah,
has
images.
two
It
images.
is not f is not a well defined function as one has two different images in B. Okay, one has two different images in B. So this case is not allowed. Okay, you cannot have one element in the domain which goes to two different elements in the codomain. What is allowed? Two different elements in the domain can go to same element in the codomain. जैसे हम लोग ने वो x square का केस में देखा था, when a function is x square 1n minus 1 1n minus 1 दोनों का image is 1, so 1n minus 1 they are going to the same number, but 1 cannot go to two different elements in the domain. That is the reason कि 7th is not a well defined function. I hope this till this it's clear. Anyone has any doubts till this?
No.
Okay. Next we go to types of functions. This also we have been using them from long back, but in fact you would have learned also this types of functions in your 11th standard. But I don't want everything to be just kept it like that. So we will discuss that quickly. First is your equal function. Two functions f and g from the same domain in codomain are said to be equal if f of x is equals to g of x for all x belonging to capital X. That means for all elements in the domain. For all elements in the domain, if the function has the same value. Okay, for all elements in the domain, if the function have the same values, then the functions f and g are said to be equal. Okay, functions f and g are said to be equal. Next is your identity function. Identity function is of the form, it is denoted by I. This is the standard notation, but it is not a compulsion कि उसको I से denote करना है. तुम लोग किसी और से भी denote करो, it's okay. I from x to x is said to be an identity function if every element goes to itself. Okay, I of x is equals to x for all x belonging to capital X. That is the formal definition. I of x equals to x for all x belongs to capital X. In very simple words, identity function means every element will go to itself. That is, every element image will be same as itself. That is what it says कि I of x is equal to x. Okay, that says कि I of x is equal to x. If you try to visualize the graph of your identity function, say you take x equals to 1, तो I of 1 कितना होगा 1. x को 2 लिया तो you get 2, 3 लिया तो 3. That means it is of the form y equals to x. Okay, it is of the form y equals to x. Now y equals to x, geometrically what does it represent? Y equals to x, geometrically what does it represent? Yes, geometrically y equals to x, what it represents?
Straight line graph.
Straight line. What would be the nature of the straight line? Can anyone explain? Y equals to x is a straight line. Refine that statement. Refine मतलब और उसको थोड़ा appropriate करो. Y straight line is correct, but उसको और appropriate करो. It represents a straight line passing through origin. If you try to draw the line y equals to x, you will find it is a straight line passing through origin. So identity function का graph is a straight line passing through origin. Next is a linear function. A linear function is of the form f of x equals to ax plus b. Again, the linear function is nothing but a straight line. Identity function is a special case of a linear function. Okay, identity function is a special case of a linear function जहाँ पे तुम्हारा b का वैल्यू 0 है और a का वैल्यू 1 है. ठीक है. So again I repeat, linear function is of the type ax plus b. So geometrically it also represents a straight line, but not necessarily a line which passes through origin. But identity is a line which passes through origin. So you can say your identity function is a special case of a linear function. Okay, identity function is a special case of a linear function. Next is a polynomial function. I have written a general polynomial function of degree n, that is an x raised to n, an minus 1, x raised to n minus 1, and so on. Specific examples, you can take a polynomial of degree 2, x square plus 2x plus 1. उससे भी ज्यादा स्पेसिफिक चाहिए तो यू टेक y equals to x square. Y equals to x square is also a polynomial of degree 2. Y equals to x square represents a parabola. You would have heard about the parabola. So parabola का equation is y equals to x square. There are 4 types of parabolas which are there. उसमें से ये एक है y equals to x square. ठीक है. Exponential functions are of the type a raised to x और e raised to x. एक्सपोनेंशियल मतलब बेसिकली तुम्हारा जो वेरिएबल है वो पावर में होगा. ठीक है. एक्सपोनेंशियल मतलब तुम्हारा जो वेरिएबल है वो पावर में होगा. जब वेरिएबल नीचे है और पावर कांस्टेंट है, कांस्टेंट मतलब नंबर है, तो इट विल बी टर्म्ड एज अ पॉलिनोमियल फंक्शन. ठीक है. जब वेरिएबल नीचे है और पावर में कांस्टेंट टर्म है तो इट विल बी नोन एज अ पॉलिनोमियल फंक्शन. और जब पावर में वेरिएबल है तो इट विल बी टर्म्ड एज एन एक्सपोनेंशियल फंक्शन, a raised to x or e raised to x, where e has some specific predefined value. Okay. The specific examples, you can take 2 raised to x, you can take 4 raised to x. This all are your exponential functions. Next is your logarithmic functions, that is your log function, y equals to log x. Then you have your trigonometric function, sin x, cos x, all the trigonometric functions. In fact, inverse trigonometry भी तुम लोग यहाँ पे include किया तो भी problem नहीं है कुछ. So these are some specific types of functions. Again I repeat, ये जो अभी हम लोग ने types of functions discuss किया, all these things we are using from long back in our examples. हम लोग log x use करते हैं, log x का property use करते हैं, sin cos trigonometric functions use करते हैं, उसका formulas हम लोग use करते हैं, right? Polynomial functions, x square plus 3x plus 2, x square plus 5x plus 4, some n number of polynomials we deal, but we don't deal it as a polynomial function, क्योंकि वो थोड़ा terminologies के हिसाब से थोड़ा confusing हो जाते हैं. And at that stage when you have learned, the terminology was not so important. Linear function ax plus b, identity function I of x is equal to x. Next is the range of the function. Range of the function is denoted by r of f, that is r bracket f. How it is defined? F is a function from x to y. Then the range of the function f is the set containing f of x such that x belongs to capital X. This is the basic definition. The range of the function is a set containing f of x such that your x belongs to capital X. What does it mean? It means that range of f is a set which contains y such that y is equal to f of x. That means it will contain the elements in the domain. Again I repeat, range of the function is a set which will contain the elements in the domain जिसका pre-image I'll repeat, range of the function is a set which contains all elements of the codomain. वहां पे मैंने domain बोला था, sorry. It contains all elements of the codomain which has a pre-image in the domain. Okay, which has a pre-image in the domain. Again I repeat, range of the function f is the set of elements of the codomain which has a pre-image in the domain. So you can see that range of the function is nothing but a subset of the set codomain. Range of the function is nothing but the subset of the codomain. Range of the function contains elements of the codomain which has a preimage in the domain. So we can say that the range of the function is the subset of the codomain. Examples we can take: f is a function from x to y, where x contains 5 elements, y contains 6 elements. We have already discussed this example above. How is the function defined? It's given f of 1 is 4, f of 2 is 5, f of 3 is 9, f of 4 is 4, and f of 5 is 10. So you can clearly see कि range of the function में कौन से elements है. Range of the function contains 4, 5, 9 and 10. Range of the function में you have 4, 5, 9 and 10. कोडोमेन में देखो कितना एलिमेंट्स है. कोडोमेन में 6 एलिमेंट्स है और रेंज ऑफ द फंक्शन में खाली 4 एलिमेंट्स है. ओके, रेंज ऑफ द फंक्शन में 4 एलिमेंट्स है और कोडोमेन में 6 एलिमेंट्स है. कौन सा एलिमेंट रेंज में नहीं है? कौन सा एलिमेंट रेंज में नहीं है? एक तो 7 नहीं है और एक 8 नहीं है. 7 and 8 are two elements in the codomain which are not there in the domain. That basically means कि you can say कि 7 और 8 का प्रीइमेज नहीं है. ठीक है, 7 and 8 का प्रीइमेज नहीं है. Is this idea of range clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll just scroll up and go to the second example which we discussed today. This one. G of x is 1 when x belongs to the set of rational numbers, and it is -1 when x belongs to the set of irrational numbers. Now that time when I asked you about the codomain, some of you said it is 1 and -1. At that time I said yes, but actually यहाँ पे codomain दिया नहीं है करके, क्योंकि it has not been specified explicitly. तो ये जो 1 और -1 है, that are basically the elements of the range of the function. Okay, 1 and -1 are basically the elements of the range of the function. इसका codomain can be anything. It can be same as 1 and -1, or it can be same as some another set, but it is not given explicitly, so we will not consider that part now. Fine. So in the second example, range of the function is 1 and -1. Okay, next is we will go for the definition of one-to-one and onto function. A function f, one-to-one is also known as injective. Okay, one-to-one function is also known as injective function. These are the names. A function f is said to be one-to-one or injective if x1 not equal to x2 implies f of x1 not equal to f of x2, where x1 and x2 are elements of the domain. Okay, that means f of x1 equal to f of x2 implies x1 is equal to x2. That basically means that different elements of x are mapped to different elements of y. Okay, just like we had seen an example of x square, जहाँ पे उस वन का भी इमेज वन है, -1 का इमेज भी वन है. दैट मीन्स 1 एंड -1 दोनों का इमेज वन है. तो दो एलिमेंट्स का एक इमेज है. तो यहाँ पे 1 to 1 क्या बोलता है वो? 1 to 1 से डिफरेंट एलिमेंट्स ऑफ द डोमेन are mapped to different elements of the codomain. Different elements of the domain are mapped to different elements of the codomain. That is what it says. 1 to 1. And how do we practically, while solving the examples, how to check function is 1 to 1 or not? There are two techniques. Either you go with x1 is not equal to x2. That means two different elements of the domain have different images in the codomain. That is what it means. x1 not equal to x2 implies f of x1 not equal to f of x2. ठीक है, x1 not equal to x2 implies f of x1 not equal to f of x2. That means two different elements in the domain have two different images in the codomain. Examples of one-to-one function. First is we have a function f from the set of real numbers to itself, which is defined as 2x plus 4. This is an example of a one-to-one function. Another example is e raised to x. Then you take x square. X square is not one-to-one. Okay, x square is not one-to-one. Why? Because we have seen कि 2 का इमेज भी 4 होता है, -2 का इमेज भी 4 होता है. That means, and we know 2 and -2 are different elements, right? 2 and -2 are different elements. So two different elements of the domain sorry, two different elements of the domain have same image. इसके लिए वो 1-to-1 नहीं है. Okay, two different elements of the domain have the same image. इसके लिए वो 1-to-1 नहीं है. Again here that rule applies कि 1-to-1 है तो उसको प्रूव करना है. That we will see in the due course कि how to check whether the given function is 1-to-1 or not. But अगर 1-to-1 नहीं है तो क्या करना है? 1-to-1 नहीं है तो you give an example जिसके लिए वो प्रॉपर्टी फेल होता है. ठीक है, जिसके लिए वो प्रॉपर्टी फेल होता है. तो लाइक थर्ड एग्जांपल में f of x equals to x square is not 1-to-1. f of x equals to x square is not 1-to-1. क्यों नहीं है 1-to-1? You give one example like f of 1 is 1, f of -1 is 1. So you can say 1 and -1 are two different elements in the domain which have the same image in the codomain. That is the reason function is not 1-to-1. Again, this can be a question of a multiple choice. Okay. Next is onto function, which is also known as surjective function. Onto function is if we have a function f from x to y. F is a function from x to y. It is said to be onto. That is, it is said to be surjective. If it is said to be surjective if range of the function is same as the codomain. Function is said to be onto, that is function is said to be surjective if range of the function is same as codomain. That means every element in the codomain has a preimage. That is what it says. Function is onto. Every element of the codomain should have a preimage. So that is basically known as an onto function. Example, first function f from real numbers to itself defined as 3x minus 4. Again, I will tell you how to check कि वो onto है कि नहीं है. Second example, R f is a function from R to the set of non-negative real numbers. ठीक है, R to R plus is your non-negative real numbers. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see वो onto क्यों है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कोडोमेन में खाली पॉजिटिव नंबर्स है, राइट. कोडोमेन में खाली पॉजिटिव नंबर्स है और तुम लोग पॉजिटिव नंबर्स का स्क्वायर रूट फाइंड कर सकता है. ओके, तुम लोग पॉजिटिव नंबर्स का स्क्वायर रूट फाइंड कर सकते हैं. दैट इज व्हाई सेकंड इज onto. Okay. Third, f is a function from z to z. F is a function from z to z, which is defined as 2x plus 4. This is not onto. Why it is not onto? The reason is, see the way in which the function is defined, 2x plus 4. Okay, the way in which the function is defined, 2x plus 4. So tell me, third example में, where it is a function from z to z defined as 2x plus 4. So f of 0 क्या होगा?
4.
4. f of 1 क्या होगा?
6.
6. f of 2 क्या होगा?
8.
8.
Very good. f of 3.
10.
Very nice. f of minus 2.
0.
0. Very nice. f of minus 1.
2.
2. Very nice. f of minus 7.
Minus 10.
Minus 10. Now see, the examples which we have taken where was a combination of your odd numbers as well as your even numbers, including your 0. So what you can see for all the examples, you can see कि उसका जो image आता है, whether your element in the domain is even or odd, but उसका जो image है वो हमेशा even ही है, right? तुमको image में कभी भी कोई odd number नहीं मिला, but when you're taking the set of integers, तो integers में तो odd numbers भी आता है. तो third example में you can say that odd number, say 3, does not have a pre-image. Odd number 3, 5, 7, minus 3, minus 1, all these odd numbers does not have a pre-image because the way in which the function is defined, कोई भी एलिमेंट ले लो डोमेन में, उसका इमेज हमेशा इवन ही होगा. ओके, उसका इमेज हमेशा इवन ही होगा. तो दैट इज द रीजन कि ऑड नंबर का प्री इमेज नहीं है, तो इसके लिए वो फंक्शन ऑनटू नहीं है. ठीक है, इसके लिए वो फंक्शन ऑनटू नहीं है. इज दिस क्लियर? थर्ड वाला ऑनटू क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि ऑड नंबर्स का प्री इमेज एग्जिस्ट नहीं होता है, इसके लिए वो ऑनटू नहीं है. राइट?
Yes.
Okay. Next is we go to bijective function. Bijective function means a function which is one to one and on to. दोनों property injective and surjective दोनों होगा, so that function is known as a bijective function. ठीक है, इंजेक्टिव सर्जेक्टिव दोनों होगा तो इट इज नोन एज अ बाइजेक्टिव फंक्शन. मतलब वन टू वन एंड ऑन टू, वन टू वन एंड ऑन टू अगर दोनों है तो फंक्शन इज सेड टू बी बाइजेक्टिव. वन टू वन मतलब एवरी एलिमेंट इन द डोमेन हैज अ यूनिक इमेज इन द कोडोमेन. मतलब हर एक एलिमेंट डोमेन का एक एलिमेंट को जाएगा कोडोमेन में. एंड सर्जेक्टिव मतलब एवरी एलिमेंट इन द कोडोमेन शुड हैव अ प्री इमेज. ओके, तो वन टू वन एंड ऑन टू हुआ तो फंक्शन इज बाइजेक्टिव. सम एग्जांपल्स, f from set of real numbers to itself defined as 2x plus 4, then this is a bijective function. See, bijective का जो property है, it also depends on the domain and the codomain. मतलब एक ही फंक्शन एक सेट ऑफ डोमेन और कोडोमेन पे बाइजेक्टिव होगा और दूसरे पे बाइजेक्टिव नहीं होगा. ठीक है, एक सेट पे बाइजेक्टिव होगा, दूसरे पे बाइजेक्टिव नहीं होगा. Like here only the first example which we have taken, set of real numbers to real numbers defined as 2x plus 4, then this is bijective क्योंकि वो one to one भी है, on to भी है. But just now we have seen on to function के लिए जब वो 2x plus 4, I'll scroll up. See, ये थर्ड एग्जांपल में सेम फंक्शन है 2x plus 4, बट ये 2x plus 4 on to नहीं है. क्यों ऑन टू नहीं है? क्योंकि यहाँ पे तुम्हारा डोमेन इन कोडोमेन का सेट ऑफ इंटीजर्स, यहाँ पे थोड़ा नीचे आ जाता है तो वही फंक्शन 2x plus 4 बाइजेक्टिव बन जाता है. बाइजेक्टिव मतलब वो वन टू वन भी है और वो ऑन टू भी है. तो वो ऑन टू कैसे हो गया? क्योंकि यहाँ पे तुम्हारा डोमेन और कोडोमेन देखो वो रियल नंबर है. ठीक है, प्रीवियस केस में वो इंटीजर्स था, ये केस में वो रियल नंबर है. इसके लिए वो ऑन टू जो ऊपर फेल हो रहा था प्रॉपर्टी, अब वो सेटिस्फाई कर रहे. क्यों? क्योंकि इंटीजर्स इज अ स्मॉलर सेट कंपेयर टू योर रियल नंबर्स व्हिच इज अ बिगर सेट. तो छोटे सेट पे वो प्रॉपर्टी फेल हो रहा है ऑन टू का, बट बड़े सेट पे वो सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है. इसके लिए वो वन टू वन भी है, ऑन टू भी है, तो बाइजेक्टिव हो गया. Another example, you take a set of positive real numbers to the set of real numbers defined as log x. This is also bijective because वो one to one भी है और on to भी है. If from the set of real numbers to itself real numbers to positive real numbers to real numbers, that is your second example, log x. This is also bijective. Third, that function from R to R defined as f of x equals to x square, defined as f of x is equal to x square is not bijective. Can you tell third example bijective क्यों नहीं है? कौन सा प्रॉपर्टी फेल हो रहा है? वन टू वन का फेल हो रहा है, ऑन टू का फेल हो रहा है, कौन सा फेल हो रहा है? अगेन आई रिपीट, बाइजेक्टिव कब होगा? जब वो वन टू वन है एंड वो ऑन टू है. तो बाइजेक्टिव नहीं है मतलब या तो दोनों प्रॉपर्टी फेल हो रहा है या दोनों में से एक प्रॉपर्टी फेल हो रहा है. तो कैन यू टेल कि कौन सा प्रॉपर्टी फेल होगा ये केस में, एफ ऑफ एक्स इक्वल्स टू एक्स स्क्वायर का केस में? Yes, third example is not bijective. Can anyone tell the reason? We have discussed this just 10 minutes back. And it is quite simple. 1 is a real number. Yes, 1 real number है. Is 1 a real number? Hello? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I was telling, is 1 a real number?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So f of x equals to x square में 1 का इमेज क्या होगा?
1.
1. -1 is a real number.
Yes, sir.
-1 का
Yes.
image
1.
1. So you can see that 1 and -1 are two different real numbers which have same image. तो इसके लिए वो 1 to 1 नहीं है. Okay, इसके लिए वो 1 to 1 नहीं है. That is why वो bijective नहीं है. But third case में वो onto भी नहीं है. थर्ड केस में वो onto भी नहीं है. Can anyone tell क्यों onto क्यों नहीं है?
प्री इमेज नहीं है जो एलिमेंट कोड होगा.
तो जो भी नेगेटिव नंबर्स है उसका प्री इमेज नहीं आएगा यहाँ पे. -2 in the codomain does not have a pre-image. -3 does not have a pre-image. तो जितना भी नेगेटिव नंबर्स है उसका प्री इमेज नहीं है. दैट इज वो ऑन टू भी नहीं है. तो हियर वो दोनों प्रॉपर्टी फेल हो रहे हैं. दैट्स फाइन. बट एक भी प्रॉपर्टी फेल हुआ तो वो बाइजेक्टिव नहीं होगा. ठीक है. और बाइजेक्टिव होने के लिए दोनों प्रॉपर्टी सेटिस्फाई होना चाहिए. कौन सा? 1 to 1 का एंड ऑन टू का. दैट इज इंजेक्टिव एंड सर्जेक्टिव. तो वो बाइजेक्टिव. नॉट बाइजेक्टिव के लिए अगर एक भी फेल हुआ तो भी वो बाइजेक्टिव नहीं है. दोनों फेल हो गया लाइक इन योर थर्ड एग्जांपल, तो इट इज अ गुड थिंग. यू गेट एन एग्जांपल जहां पे वो दोनों फेल हो रहे हैं. बट मिनिमम एक प्रॉपर्टी फेल होना चाहिए नॉट बाइजेक्टिव के लिए. ठीक है. ओके. नेक्स्ट वी कम टू द इनवर्स ऑफ अ फंक्शन. f from x to y is a bijective function. F raised to -1. F raised to -1 is the notation for inverse of the function. Okay, f raised to -1 is the notation for the inverse of the function. If f is a function from x to y, f inverse will be a function from y to x. That means उसका डोमेन और कोडोमेन इंटरचेंज हो जाता है. F is a function from x to y, so f inverse is a function from y to x. and inverse will exist only when you have a bijective function. अगर function bijective नहीं है sorry, तो उसका inverse भी नहीं होगा. Then there is no point of talking about the inverse. Notation wise, how do we write? Y equals to f of x. So x is equal to f inverse y. ठीक है, y is equal to f of x. So x is equal to f inverse y. So that means जो अपना इमेज और प्री इमेज है वो भी दोनों इंटरचेंज हो जाते हैं इनवर्स में. इनवर्स के लिए द बेस्ट एग्जांपल इज योर ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शन. साइन एक्स का इनवर्स वी नो ना कि इट इज साइन इनवर्स एक्स. कॉस एक्स का इनवर्स इज कॉस इनवर्स एक्स. Right? So वैसा. But remember, a sin inverse x is not 1 upon sin x. 1 upon sin x cosec x होता है. And inverse sin inverse x is different. तो दोनों में confuse मत होना. Okay, now we will solve some examples. F is a function defined from R to R, which is defined as f of x is equals to e raised to minus x. Okay, f is a function which is defined from R to R, which is defined as e raised to minus x. We have to check whether it is bijective. To check f is bijective, प्रूव करने को नहीं बोला है उसने. That is क्या चेक करना है? To check first f is 1 to 1, and second we have to check f is on to. ये दोनों चीज अपने को चेक करना है. अगर दोनों ट्रू हुआ तो फंक्शन बाइजेक्टिव होगा. दोनों में से एक भी अगर ट्रू नहीं हुआ तो फंक्शन बाइजेक्टिव नहीं होगा. ठीक है, अगेन आई रिपीट, वी हैव टू चेक दैट द फंक्शन डिफाइंड एज e raised to minus x, where f is a function from R to R, is bijective or not. ठीक है, दैट मीन्स वो 1 to 1 है कि नहीं है, ऑन टू है कि नहीं है. दैट इज व्हाट वी आर सपोज्ड टू चेक बेसिकली. ठीक है, अगर दोनों सेटिस्फाई हो गया, 1 to 1 भी हो गया, ऑन टू भी हो गया, तो वो फंक्शन बाइजेक्टिव भी होगा. ओके फाइन. तो अभी पहले हम लोग चेक करेगा कि वो 1 to 1 है कि नहीं है. उसके बाद हम लोग चेक करेगा कि वो ऑन टू है कि नहीं है. क्योंकि अपने को सी वी आर सपोज टू चेक कि वो बाइजेक्टिव है कि नहीं है. तो फर्स्ट स्टेज में अगर 1 to 1 नहीं मिला तो नो नीड ऑफ चेकिंग कि वो ऑन टू है कि नहीं है. अगर वो ऑन टू हुआ भी तो भी वो बाइजेक्टिव तो नहीं होने वाला है. ओके, तो भी वो बाइजेक्टिव नहीं होने वाला है. And remember, these are the kind of the tricks which you have to apply in your theory exam if it is descriptive, to save your time. Because what will be your ultimate aim descriptive में, if it is offline descriptive paper, what is the aim? 60 marks का पेपर होगा तो 2 घंटे का पेपर होगा. So you have to complete the whole paper in 2 hours. That means say for example अगर 6 मार्क का सम हुआ तो हर एक यूनिट से 2 सम आएगा. That means 10 sums you have to complete in 60 minutes. That means approximately हर एक सम को 6 मिनट तुमको डिवोट करना है. This is the theoretical working जो कभी भी प्रैक्टिकली काम नहीं करता है. ओके, क्योंकि प्रैक्टिकली जब सॉल्व करेंगे तो इट में हैपन किसी सम को 8 मिनट लग गया, किसी सम को 60 मिनट लग गया. तो every time we can't go with the theory, because theory tells a different story, practical things tells us a different story. तो अगर तुमको 3 सम को 8-8 मिनट लग रहे हैं, दैट मीन्स यू आर यूटिलाइजिंग मोर टाइम। तो अगर तुमको पेपर कंप्लीट करना है, ठीक है, अगर तुमको पेपर कंप्लीट करना है तो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, तुमको पेपर कंप्लीट करना है तो दैट मीन्स वो जो 6 मिनट तुम लोग ने एक्स्ट्रा लिया वो 3 सम में, वो 6 मिनट को तुमको किधर ना किधर कंपेंसेट करना है। कंपेंसेट करना है इसका मीनिंग ये नहीं है कि तुम कोई एक सम छोड़ दो, दैट इज नॉट टर्म्ड एज अ कंपेंसेशन। एक सम को छोड़ दिया तो ऑटोमेटिकली तुम बोलेगा सर आपने बोला था एक सम को 6 मिनट लगेगा, तो 10 सम के बदले मैंने 9 सम सॉल्व किया तो मेरा कंपेंसेशन हो गया उसका। दैट इज नॉट टर्म्ड एज अ कंपेंसेशन। कंपेंसेशन मतलब 2 घंटे में, सॉरी 2 घंटा मतलब 120 मिनट हुआ, तो 12-12 मिनट आ रहे एक क्वेश्चन को, 10 क्वेश्चन ऐसे नो, तो 12 मिनट्स। तो फिर उसको जो वर्कआउट करना है, तो अगर तुमने किसी एक सम में ज्यादा टाइम लिया तो दूसरे सम में तुमको उसको कंपेंसेट करना है, मींस यू विल हैव टू ट्राई टू फिनिश दैट सम बिफोर व्हाट इज द theoretical time which has been allotted, then only your question paper will be complete, that means you will be able to attempt all the questions। ठीक है, तो ये टाइप का जो क्वेश्चन है, सी पूरा ये इतना कहानी बताने का रीजन यही था कि अगर ये टाइप का क्वेश्चन आता है कि जहाँ पे चेक करना है वो बाइजेक्टिव है कि नहीं है, इसमें अगर फर्स्ट स्टेज में ही अगर तुमको पता चल जाता है कि वो 1-to-1 नहीं है, तो देयर इज नो नीड टू चेक कि वो ऑन टू है कि नहीं है, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन में ये नहीं बोला है कि चेक वेदर इट इज 1-to-1, चेक वेदर इट इज ऑन टू, सेपरेटली स्पेसिफाइड नहीं किया हुआ है। इफ द थिंग्स आर स्पेसिफाइड सेपरेटली then it's a different question। okay, you have to be smart enough to read the questions properly and to understand the things। यहाँ पे बोला है बाइजेक्टिव है कि नहीं चेक करो। अभी बाइजेक्टिव के लिए कंडीशन क्या है, बाइजेक्टिव के लिए कंडीशन है कि वो 1-to-1 होना चाहिए, वो ऑन टू होना चाहिए। तो सब अगर ये दोनों सेटिस्फाई हुआ तो बाइजेक्टिव हुआ, बट अगर ये दोनों सेटिस्फाई नहीं हुआ या दोनों में से एक भी सेटिस्फाई नहीं हुआ तो बाइजेक्टिव नहीं होगा वो। तो ये वाले सम में अगर 1-to-1 नहीं मिला तो देयर इज नो नीड टू चेक वो ऑन टू है कि नहीं है। अगेन आई रिपीट, देयर इज नो नीड टू चेक वो ऑन टू है कि नहीं है। ठीक है, हाँ, बट अगर सेम क्वेश्चन ऐसा दिया हुआ है, इज एफ 1-to-1, इज एफ ऑन टू, दोनों चीज क्वेश्चन में अलग से स्पेसिफाई किया है, तो दोनों चीज तुमको वर्कआउट करना पड़ेगा। बट अगर बाइजेक्टिव दिया है तो फर्स्ट वाला नहीं हुआ, दैट इज 1-to-1 नहीं हुआ, तो यू कैन से कि वो 1-to-1 नहीं है, देयरफॉर इट इज नॉट बाइजेक्टिव। तो ऑन टू के लिए भी चेक करना जरूरी नहीं है। इज इट क्लियर? Yes, is this part clear?
Yes, sir.
So now we will move ahead with the example. So first we will check f is 1-to-1. f is 1-to-1. 1-to-1 मतलब क्या चेक करना है? Two different elements in the domain have two different images in the codomain. Okay, two different elements in the domain. It is x, y, belonging to the domain. For xy belonging to the domain, x not equal to y should imply f of x not equal to f of y। ये अपने को प्रूव करना है बेसिकली। ठीक है, ये एक हो गया, और we say f of x is equal to f of y implies x is equal to y. ये कौन सा कंडीशन है? ये उसका कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव है. P implies Q का फॉर्म में है तो उसका कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव है नेगेशन Q implies नेगेशन P. तो दोनों में से कोई भी यूज कर सकते हैं क्योंकि लॉजिकली बोथ आर सेम. So we start with, let us consider f of x is equal to f of y. ठीक है, we start with f of x is equal to f of y. That means हम लोग उसका कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव से चालू कर रहे हैं. So we get e raised to minus x is equal to e raised to minus y. ठीक है, we get e raised to minus x is equal to e raised to minus y. Now from this we can say that minus x is equal to minus y. कैसा? दोनों पे log अप्लाई करो, दोनों जगह पे log अप्लाई करो तो you will get minus x is equal to minus y. Minus x is equal to minus y, that implies x is equal to y, and that gives us f is 1 to 1. Okay, that gives us f is 1 to 1. तो फंक्शन इज 1 to 1. तो यहाँ पे भी फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी सेटिस्फाई हो रहा है तो अपने को सेकंड चेक करना कंपलसरी हो जाता है. ठीक है, सेकंड चेक करना कंपलसरी हो जाता है बिकॉज यू कांट स्किप द सेकंड पार्ट. So what is your second part now? Second part is to check f is onto. ठीक है, f is onto. So practical purpose के लिए what we can do? We can say range of the function is same as the codomain. तो onto हो जाएगा. ये अपना ये था ना, डेफिनेशन बोलो या उसका प्रॉपर्टी बोलो. Function is said to be onto if range of the function is same as codomain. Okay, range of the function is same as codomain. So range of the function is same as codomain. अगर हुआ तो फंक्शन onto है, नहीं हुआ तो फंक्शन onto नहीं है. तो onto नहीं होगा तो वो बाइजेक्टिव भी नहीं होगा. So we start with consider y equals to f of x. Okay, where x is in x belongs to the domain, y belongs to codomain. Now I am only writing it as domain codomain because दोनों मेरा same है. I start with y equals to f of x, where y is an element of the codomain, x is an element of the domain. So onto के लिए क्या है प्रॉपर्टी? Range of the function should be same as the codomain. Range of the function should be same as the codomain. That means every element in the codomain should have a preimage. Every element in the codomain should have a preimage. That is what it says, right? अगर ये हुआ तो वो onto हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ तो वो onto नहीं हुआ. तो अपने को वो चेक करना है every element in the codomain has a preimage. So when we start with y equals to f of x, so we have y equals to e raised to minus x. That gives us minus x is log y. ठीक है, माइनस एक्स इज log y. That implies x is minus log y. That implies x is minus of log y. And what it says, x is minus log y. तो सपोज अगर तुम्हारा y नेगेटिव है, ओके, तुम्हारा y नेगेटिव है, तो वी नो ना कि वी कैन नॉट फाइंड log of negative numbers. We cannot find log of negative numbers. So when your y is negative, तो तुम्हारा log exist नहीं होगा. X does not exist when y is less than 0. X does not exist when y is less than 0. Therefore, यहाँ पे जो मेरा फंक्शन है f is not onto. क्यों it is not onto? Because नेगेटिव नंबर्स का प्री इमेज नहीं है. ठीक है, नेगेटिव नंबर्स का प्री इमेज नहीं है. That is why it is not onto. So the final conclusion, therefore f is not bijective. ठीक है, f is not bijective. क्यों bijective नहीं है? कि वो onto नहीं है. 1 to 1 है but onto नहीं है. That is why it is not bijective. I hope the first sum is clear.
Yes.
ठीक है. I'll go on to the next one now. Okay. Second is, we have a function f from set of real numbers to itself, which is defined as 3x plus 4. We have to prove that the function is bijective. Now see, यहाँ पे terminology देखो. Previous sum का terminology क्या था? Previous sum का terminology was is f bijective. मतलब वहां पे एक क्वेश्चन मार्क था कि वो बाइजेक्टिव है कि नहीं है. यहाँ का टर्मिनोलॉजी देखो, यहाँ पे इट क्लियरली सेज कि प्रूव दैट इट इज बाइजेक्टिव. शो दैट इट इज बाइजेक्टिव मतलब प्रूव दैट इट इज बाइजेक्टिव. राइट, तो यहाँ पे वो बोल रहा है कि वो बाइजेक्टिव है ऐसा. So we have to prove that it is bijective and we have to also find the inverse. ठीक है, prove that it is bijective and we have to also find its inverse. मतलब यहाँ पे क्या होगा? We have to prove two things. F is 1 to 1 and F is onto. ये दो चीज अपने को प्रूव करना है. F is 1 to 1 and F is onto. Because clearly it says कि वो बाइजेक्टिव है, ऐसा प्रूव करना है. ठीक है, क्लियरली इट सेज कि वो बाइजेक्टिव है ऐसा प्रूव करना है. तो अपने को 1 to 1 प्रूव करना है एंड ऑन टू प्रूव करना है. तो फर्स्ट वी विल प्रूव एफ इज 1 to 1. ठीक है, फर्स्ट वी विल प्रूव दैट एफ इज 1 to 1. नाउ यहाँ पे क्या प्रूव करना है 1 to 1 के लिए? दैट इज f of x not equal to f of y implies x is not equal to y. Okay, f of x is not equal to f of y implies x is not equal to y. There are two things which we can prove. Either we can prove x equal to y, so it implies f of x is equal to f of y, or we can start with x not equal to f of x not equal to f of y, and we reach to a conclusion that x is not equal to, मैंने उल्टा लिख दिया, f of x equal to f of y will imply x is equal to. Just a second, I will just take in the previous sum also what I have done. हाँ बराबर, previous sum में ये कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव वाला हम लोग यूज कर रहे हैं. तो f of x equal to f of y implies x is equal to y. ठीक है, ये अपने को प्रूव करना है. So we start with f of x equal to f of y. Consider f of x is equal to f of y. What does it gives us? It gives us 3x plus 4 is equal to 3y plus 4. ठीक है, 3x plus 4 is equal to 3y plus 4. So this will give us 3x is equal to 3y, and that gives us x is equal to y. Okay, so we have started with f of x equal to f of y, and we have reached to a conclusion that x is equal to y. So here we can say that the function f is 1 to 1. Okay, function f is 1 to 1. Okay, fine. अभी ये 1 to 1 हो गया. Now what is the second thing to prove? To show that f is onto, that is range of the function is same as the codomain. F is onto, so that is to prove, to show range of the function is same as codomain. That is every element in the codomain has a preimage. Okay, every element in the codomain has a preimage. This is what we have to prove. Every element in the codomain has a preimage. This is what we are supposed to prove. So उसके लिए we start with, consider y is equals to f of x. Okay, consider y is equals to f of x. Now see here what we are supposed to do when we have to prove that function is onto. So we have to prove that every element in the codomain will have a preimage. ठीक है, every element in the codomain will have a free image. That is what we are supposed to prove. तो y is equals to f of x. इससे क्या करना है, इससे every element in the codomain should have a free image. वो चेक करने के लिए basically what we are supposed to do is y equals to f of x, that is y equals to 3x. ये जो एक्सप्रेशन है उसको हम लोग x का टर्म्स में अभी क्या है, y इक्वल्स टू 3x प्लस 4, मतलब y x का टर्म्स में एक्सप्रेस किया हुआ है, करेक्ट. y इज इक्वल्स टू 3x प्लस 4, दैट मींस y को x का टर्म्स में एक्सप्रेस किया हुआ है. व्हाट वी विल डू इज वी विल एक्सप्रेस x इन टर्म्स ऑफ y. ओके, अगेन आई रिपीट, वी विल एक्सप्रेस x इन टर्म्स ऑफ y. फिर वो एक्सप्रेशन में y का कोई भी वैल्यू लेगा तो वो एक्सप्रेशन में सी ओके वी विल डू, देन द थिंग्स विल बी क्लियर. द आइडिया इज हमको y जो x का टर्म्स में एक्सप्रेस किया हुआ है उसको यूज करके x को y का टर्म्स में एक्सप्रेस करना है. तो टेल मी, इफ y इज इक्वल्स टू 3x प्लस 4, if y is equals to 3x plus 4, so how will I express my x in terms of y?
y minus 4 the whole upon 3.
Y minus 4 whole divided by 3, correct? I can write it as y minus 4 whole divided by 3. Now from this expression, for any y, ठीक है, for any y मेरे को एक x का वैल्यू मिलेगा. See, if I take y as 4, तो मेरे को x क्या मिलेगा? 0. If I take y as 2, तो मेरे को x क्या मिलेगा?
-2/3.
राइट, -2/3. अगर मैं y को -2 लिया, y को -2 लिया तो x क्या मिलेगा?
-2.
-2, right? That means you can see कि for every y I am getting some value of x. ठीक है, for every y I am getting some value of x. तो वो जो वैल्यू मेरे को मिल रहा है वो मेरा डोमेन में है कि नहीं, वो मेरे को चेक करना है, करेक्ट. फॉर एवरी y इन द कोडोमेन जो मेरे को वैल्यू मिलेगा x का, does that value belongs to the domain? Does that value belongs to the domain? वो मेरे को चेक करना है, ठीक है. सो नाउ y इज अ रियल नंबर, डोमेन इन कोडोमेन दोनों रियल नंबर है ना यहाँ पे, तो y इज अ रियल नंबर. तो y रियल नंबर है तो y minus 4 रियल नंबर होगा.
Yes sir.
y minus 4 भी रियल नंबर होगा. y minus 4 अपॉन 3 रियल नंबर होगा,
Yes sir.
वो भी रियल नंबर होगा, राइट. तो दिस x belongs to the set of real numbers, that is it belongs to the domain. Okay, this x belongs to the domain. For any y, this x belongs to the domain. So what we get, this implies, okay, we can write like this. This implies range of the function is same as R. That is nothing but your codomain. Range of the function is R, which is same as the codomain, and this implies f is onto. And combining both the things, 1 to 1 भी मिला, onto भी मिला, so we can say f is bijective. ठीक है, 1 to 1 भी है, onto भी है, तो f is bijective. Anyone has any doubts in this?
So how this proves that it is an onto function? Like, can you explain it one?
onto function के लिए चेक करना है कि range of the function is same as the codomain. Okay, that means every element in the codomain has a pre-image. Every element in the codomain has a pre-image. That is what we are supposed to prove or we are supposed to check. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या करें? The simple technique I'll tell you, problem solving point of view से, ये जो है theoretical aspects है कि every element has a pre-image, range of the function is same as the codomain. These are all theoretical aspects. Practically sum solve करने के लिए क्या करना है? You start with y equals to f of x. तो एक एक्सप्रेशन मिलेगा y का x का टर्म्स में. ओके, उसको सिंप्लीफाई करके यू राइट इट एज x इन टर्म्स ऑफ y. ठीक है, उसको सिंप्लीफाई करके लिखो x इन टर्म्स ऑफ y. तो वो जो एक्सप्रेशन आता है x इन टर्म्स ऑफ y, वो एक्सप्रेशन पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करके अपने को चेक करना है कि y इज बिलोंगिंग टू द कोडोमेन. ओके, y बिलोंग्स टू द कोडोमेन. So for every element of the codomain, that is for every y, you will be able to find some x, right? कोई y का कोई भी वैल्यू ले लो तो उसके लिए you will be able to find some value of your x. तो वो जो x मिल रहा है, वो अपना डोमेन में है कि नहीं है, वो अपने को चेक करना है बस. अगर वो डोमेन में हुआ तो फंक्शन ऑन टू है, अगर वो डोमेन में नहीं हुआ तो फंक्शन ऑन टू नहीं है. Okay, I think when we will do the second sum, the things will be much more clear. अभी अगर 50-60% भी clear है तो you are on the right track. Shall I move to the third sum, the next one? After that, if anyone has any doubts, I think we can discuss. I think second, जो next example है, that will make your things more clear.
Okay.
Okay, so say f is a function from integers to integers defined as 3x plus 4. Okay, f is a function from z to z defined as 3x plus 4. Is f bijective? Also find its inverse if it exists. Okay. Sorry, second sum में अपने को inverse भी find करना है. I'll do that inverse का part and then we'll go to the third sum. We have question says वो bijective है prove करो और उसका inverse find करो. तो we have proved कि वो bijective है. अभी inverse find करने के लिए क्या है? ये bijective है. Therefore you can say inverse of f exists. Inverse of f exists and f inverse of y. What is f inverse of y? F inverse of y will be nothing but the same expression which we have got while proving the function is onto. Okay, f inverse of y is the same expression which we have got while proving that the function is onto. That is y minus 4 divided by 3 in this case. When the function is bijective, inverse will exist. And what is the inverse? Inverse is nothing but the same expression which we have used for proving the function is onto. Okay, third, that is sum number 2a. Function is defined from z to z and it is defined as 3x plus 4. This is the same function if you observe जो हम लोग ने सेकेंड सम में लिया था 3x plus 4. तो सेकेंड सम में जब रियल नंबर्स टू रियल नंबर्स है तो वो क्लियरली सेज कि वो प्रूव करो बाइजेक्टिव है करके. नाउ व्हेन इट इज इंटीजर्स टू इंटीजर्स, तो वो पूछ रहा है अपने को कि वो बाइजेक्टिव है कि नहीं है। ठीक है, वो पूछ रहा है अपने को बाइजेक्टिव है कि नहीं है, चेक करना है। दैट मीन्स नाउ आवर टर्मिनोलॉजी आल्सो विल चेंज टू चेक f is 1-to-1 and f is 1-to. So first we will check f is 1-to-1. That is f of x equal to f of y implies x is equal to y. ये अपने को चेक करना है। ये चेक करना है तो यहाँ पे इसका प्रूफ विल रिमेन सेम व्हाट वी हैव डन इट इन द प्रीवियस केस। तो मैं उसको ऊपर से नीचे कॉपी करता हूँ खाली, ठीक है, बिकॉज इट इज एग्जैक्टली द सेम, कुछ भी चेंज नहीं है इसमें। We have f of x equal to f of y. We get 3x plus 4 equals to 3y plus 4. That gives us x is equal to y. तो मेरा f 1-to-1 हो गया। Second, to check f is on-to. That is क्या चेक करना है? Range of the function is same as the codomain. Range of the function is same as the codomain. That is every element in the codomain has a pre-image. Every element in the codomain has a pre-image. ये अपने को चेक करना है, ठीक है। तो ये चेक करने के लिए भी सिंस द फंक्शन इज सेम, यहां तक जो है जो स्टेप वो सेम रहेगा। कौन सा? कंसिडर y इक्वल्स टू f of x, so that means we get an expression for y in terms of x. उसको यूज करके, उसको सिंप्लीफाई करके वी राइट x in terms of y, राइट, उसको यूज करके वी राइट x in terms of y. नाउ क्या चेक करना है ऑन टू के लिए? ये चेक करना है कि फॉर एवरी y बिलोंगिंग टू द कोडोमेन, जो y बिलोंगिंग टू द कोडोमेन है, तो ये एक्सप्रेशन में जो x मिलता है वो डोमेन में बिलोंग करता है कि नहीं करता है। दैट इज व्हाट बेसिकली वी हैव टू चेक। तो से फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मैंने y को 1 लिया, इज 1 एन इंटीजर? यस। तो व्हाट इज माय x? अगर मैं y को 1 लेता हूं तो x क्या मिलता है मेरे को?
-1.
Yes, you will get it as -1. Is -1 an integer?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now suppose मैं y को -2 लेता हूं, तो -2 इंटीजर है?
Yes, sir.
है। तो मेरे को x कितना मिलेगा?
-2.
-2। तो वो भी इंटीजर है। फाइन टिल दिस। y को मैं 0 लिया, इज 0 एन इंटीजर?
Yes, sir.
यस। तो y को 0 लिया तो x कितना मिलेगा?
-4/3.
-4/3। तो -4/3 इंटीजर है?
No, sir.
नहीं है। दैट मीन्स व्हेन y is equals to 0 which belongs to the set of integers, कौन सा वाला इंटीजर्स? कोडोमेन में x क्या मिला अपने को? -4/3 which does not belong to the domain. -4/3 इंटीजर नहीं है, तो वो मेरा डोमेन में बिलोंग नहीं करता है, राइट? दैट मीन्स 0 इन द कोडोमेन का प्री इमेज है -4/3 विच इज नॉट एन इंटीजर, तो वो मेरा डोमेन में बिलोंग नहीं करता है। It means my function f is not onto, and this implies f is not bijective. Okay, this is what it says. Okay, for every element of the codomain, उसका प्री इमेज एग्जिस्ट नहीं होता है। 0 का प्री इमेज इज -4/3, वो एग्जिस्ट नहीं होता है, इसके लिए वो ऑनटू नहीं है। ठीक है? Okay, now if anyone has any questions, they can ask.
So we should give any one example to prove that if it's like position onto or not.
Sorry, can you repeat?
For example, here we took y equal to 0. If we took y equal to y equal to 1 or 2 something, so can we do that?
हाँ, see, अगर y को 1 लिया तो तुमको -1 आता है x का वैल्यू, which is an integer. See what I told right from beginning, I am telling कि अगर तुमको कोई भी चीज प्रूव करना है कि वो स्टेटमेंट ट्रू है, तो इन जनरल उसका प्रूफ लिखना है, और कोई स्टेटमेंट अगर फॉल्स है तो यू गिव अ स्पेसिफिक एग्जांपल जहां पे वो सैटिस्फाई नहीं हो रहा है, तो यू कैन से इट इज फॉल्स। नाउ इन दिस केस एज यू आर टेलिंग y को 1 लिया तो मेरा x -1 होता है जो इंटीजर है, y को -2 लिया तो मेरे को x आता है -2 जो भी इंटीजर है, उसके लिए सैटिस्फाई हो रहा है। बट हियर आई एम what we are doing, what we want to check, every element in the codomain should have a pre-image. That means हर एक इंटीजर के लिए, हर एक इंटीजर वैल्यू ऑफ y के लिए मेरे को जो x है वो इंटीजर होना चाहिए। ठीक है, फॉर एवरी इंटीजर y जो x आता है वो इंटीजर होना चाहिए। तो 1 के लिए आ रहा है, -2 के लिए आ रहा है, यू विल ऑब्जर्व कि तुम 7 लेगा तो आएगा, देन आई थिंक 7 लिया तो आएगा, 6 लिया तो नहीं आएगा। तो देयर आर मेनी इंटीजर्स जिसके लिए तुम्हारा प्री इमेज नहीं है। 0 इज वन ऑफ देम। ओके, 0 इज वन ऑफ देम। इसके लिए हम लोग ने वो नंबर पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट किया जिसके लिए अपने को डाउट है कि वो इंटीजर नहीं मिलेगा करके। लाइक सी व्हेन वी वर डीलिंग द सेकेंड सम, हम लोग डायरेक्टली बोला था ना y रियल नंबर है तो y -4 रियल नंबर होगा, y -4/3 रियल नंबर होगा, क्योंकि वो सब तुम्हारा रियल नंबर्स का प्रॉपर्टी है। बट इंटीजर्स में तुम्हारा डिवीजन का प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है। इंटीजर्स मींस क्या होता है? बेसिकली सिंपल वर्ड्स में नंबर्स विदाउट द डेसिमल पॉइंट, राइट? नंबर्स विदाउट द डेसिमल पॉइंट। अभी वो डेसिमल पॉइंट तुम्हारा नंबर में आता कब है? कैन यू टेल वो डेसिमल पॉइंट आएगा कब? जब तुम दो इंटीजर को मल्टीप्लाई करेगा तो तुमको डेसिमल में आंसर आएगा? नहीं आएगा। जब तुम दो इंटीजर्स को डिवाइड करेगा then there is a possibility of getting the answer in terms of decimal. That means जब तुम दो इंटीजर्स को डिवाइड कर रहे हैं तो there is a possibility कि तुम वो सेट से बाहर जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि तुमको इंटीजर्स को छोड़ के रियल नंबर मिल रहा है। ओके, तो दैट इज द पॉइंट। जब डिवीजन में प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट हो रहा है तो हम लोग वो नंबर्स फाइंड आउट करने का ट्राई करेगा जिसको डिवाइड करने से तुमको इंटीजर नहीं मिल रहा है। ठीक है? Is this clear now, or anyone has any doubts still? Because we have 2 more minutes and I don't want to start the new sum. Rest we will do it tomorrow. अगर किसी को कुछ भी डाउट रहेगा आज का लेक्चर का तो you can get it clear. Tell me, anyone have any doubt? नहीं है तो then we will end the class.
No doubt.
Okay, fine. So we will end the class and we will continue tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah, bye. Take care.